All right, just a heads up, the program that I use on my computer only allows me to record for 10 minutes, so this might take longer than 10 minutes to go through because I want to go through it slowly because this is the big one. You have 3 different statements. I have P's and Q's and R's, so this one definitely doesn't match anything on your handout. So the first step is to go from a vertical format to a horizontal one. So I've got the negation of R. So that would go first. And then you're going to connect that with an AND for the next one, which is Q and R. Then you'll connect it with the next one, which is R and P, goes there. And those are the 3 premises because here's the line that separates the premise from the conclusion. So these are all going to go in brackets, and then you're going to have an if-then symbol right here to separate that from your conclusion. And the conclusion is just the P. Now, I need to make a table with a P and a Q and an R in it. And remember that P, Q, and R is that's 3. That's going to be 2 to the 3 statements, which means I should have 8 rows. And you're going to need to memorize this because when you have P and Q and R, the pattern goes, there will be 4 T's and then 4 F's. And then you'll have 2 T's, 2 F's, 2 T's, 2 F's. And then it's going to go TF, 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 TF. All right. Okay. And now I'm going to rewrite this. So it's going to go bracket, negation of R, and Q and R, and R and P. There's all my premises. And then the if-then symbol and the P. And then I'm going to write in my rows the best that I can. It's 1 and then 2 and then 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, so there's the 8 rows. And then for the columns, give 1 to the negation of R, and then 1 to the and then the Q and the and the R, and then this and then the R and the and the P, and then the if-then and the P. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 columns. And then what I'll do is I will go through, and any columns that have just a P or a Q or an R, I will simply copy what I see over here, as, that memorized table. And so I have a Q right here, so TT, FF, TT, FF. Is there another Q? No. Then I got an R, which goes true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false, and another R, true, false. Just utilizing my copying skills that I learned in preschool. And then I got a P, so 4 T's and 4 F's and 4 T's and 4 F's. Okay, all right. And now I'm going to go through this and do the calculations. So, calculation number 1 from left to right is the negation of R. And so all I have to do is come over here and look at R and negate it. So every T becomes an F and every F becomes a T. So this is false, true. False, true all the way down. Okay, next I'm going to go to the first set of parentheses, and inside the parentheses I have an and. So to get this column here, I'm going to do an and between the columns on either side of it because it's Q and R. Now on an and, the only time you get a true result is when you have 2 T's. The first one has 2 T's, it's TNT, and the 5th one is a TNT. Everything else has at least 1 F, so the rest of these are F's. Okay, now I'm going to go over to the other set of parentheses and do the and that's in those. So to get this one, I'll do the and between these 2 columns, between R and B. And the first pair is 2 T's and the third is 2 T's, and that is it. Every other pair has at least 1 F, so the rest are all F's. Now, I have to go back, and I've done the negation of R, and I did the first set of parentheses and the second set of parentheses. You now have to go back and calculate this column here, because this one connects the first premise with the second premise. I'm going to do this in like a purpley color. Okay. So this is going to be step 4 here. And to get this and, it's going to be the column to the left, which is the orange one, and the result of the parentheses, which is the blue one. So now I do an and between the orange and the blue, and I'm looking for 2 T's, and none of them are 2 T's. When you do the orange and the blue, F and T, T and F, F and F, T and F, F and T, T and F, F and F, T and F, none of them have 2 T's, so this is an entire F list here. And then I'm going to come over and I'm going to do the next connection, which is this one here. This one will connect the results of the first and with the green column. And I will do this in yellow. Oh, yeah, yellow. So this will be step 5. All right. And to get this one here, you're going to have to go between step 4, which is what I just did, and the green column. And you're doing an and since my column 4 is all falses, and my column 3 doesn't matter. The only way you ever get a true is when both of them are true, and this is about to cut off. So I'm going to stop and pick it up here in a second video.